name is Alex Cummings, and welcome to Campus Chronicles. On our show, we discuss the many chronicles of Rowan University. We'll discuss what things there are to do at Rowan, as well as student opinions on the experience of being a Rowan prof. Tonight, we are getting inside the minds of what it's like to be a student at Rowan University. Is it difficult? What's the food like? What opportunities are there for students? These are all questions we hope to find the answers to. Many people recall college as the best years of their life, but between school, clubs, and many other activities, how much time is there to enjoy these best years? Being a student is hard work, and with a degree at the end of the road, it should be difficult, but how much is too much? Let's hear what students have to say on that matter. So we're going to be going around campus today interviewing some students about what it's like to have a work-life balance and how a lot of students do have jobs and have to go to class and balance between the both of it. It really is a lot to expect from students, especially when other people sometimes tend to look down on you because you don't have as much time to be involved in certain clubs or activities as other students are. Excuse me, can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I just have a few questions about the stress of college life and how students balance a lot of it. So, are you currently in college?
I am. Currently, I'm a third year studying health sciences.
And how many classes do you take a semester?
Averagely about 5 to 6 per semester.
And then on top of taking 5 to 6 classes a semester, do you work? Do you do anything that you do such as a job?
Yeah, I work at a bakery and then I also babysit on the side.
Oh, wow. So you're not just balancing one job in school, you're balancing two. And especially with children, that can be a lot of work. Can you explain that to us a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Sometimes it gets a little stressful. I mean, working at a bakery, even though it sounds very simple, you deal with a lot of people coming in and sometimes the customers aren't always the easiest to deal with, so that can be very tiring and draining. And then also waking up early the following days after a long shift of being there all day and then dealing with 3 little ones that are all under the age of 4 gets a little stressful, dealing with temper tantrums and just making sure that the kids are taken care of. But I'd say I try to manage it pretty well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. With all of that work, it is amazing how our students are able to pull through. But of course, they wouldn't be able to do it all on an empty stomach. Food is such an important part of college life, and after all, we know every student gets 3 healthy meals a day, right? But is it that the food at Rowan University actually edible? Let's hear what students think about the food service at Rowan. Gourmet dining.
When it comes to cafeteria food and service, college students expect some level of quality, but is that what they get? We dove deep into the culinary world at the Rowan Student Center to see if students are getting the dining experience they deserve. Some students thought the food was pretty good.
Overall, it's been pretty consistent, good overall.
It's been pretty good. I don't think that really messed up my order.
While others felt like it could have been better.
Sometimes there's consistency issues with the salads or the amount of food you get at Chef Jet and Sono and stuff like that.
Stuff can kind of be cold or if it's sitting out for a little while.
We also asked for their thoughts on the Grubhub app, the ordering system that all students are forced to use to get their food here.
I actually like it. Sometimes it can be a little frustrating when the line gets really long versus going to Holly Point and having it just kind of ready at the same time. But I think it gives it a little more structure. I don't have to be standing up in line in front of the restaurant and having to give my order. So I think it's pretty good.
I mean, it depends for the person, but for me, it's just more convenient just to order ahead of time.
Grubhub took a little getting used to, but it's really convenient and efficient as long as you have the app. And you update it. You also have to update it, which is a thing.
I like it. I think it's very convenient. You can just order and then tells you the wait time and everything. So I think it's very convenient.
Students have also had multiple experiences with the students that are getting their orders wrong.
There have been times where they didn't get my order right, or it was just called.
Lastly, we wanted to know what kind of changes they'd like to see in the student center's food situation.
I guess maybe fresher ingredients.
Using locally sourced ingredients, fresher ingredients, yeah.
It hasn't gotten too boring yet, but so far I could definitely tell it'd be nice to have some newer options at the same places.
So it seems as though students are pretty indifferent towards the Rowan food, which as long as it gives them the fuel to get to their classes, that's all that matters, right? Well, some students have been very vocal on social media about their feelings on gourmet dining, one of which is social media influencer Evan Maloro, popular for his Rowan vlogs. Recently, he posted a video sharing his thoughts on the food. Here is that video.
I woke up this morning unable to start my car, but you know who came in and helped me out today? My boy Joe. You know what he brought me?
Gourmet dining.
Gourmet dining. You know, I don't understand why people hate on this stuff. This shit's good. It's free. Look at that. Sugar cookie, coffee.
Tonight we are fortunate enough to have him in the studio to elaborate on this comment with gourmet dining.
Fuck the students who talk shit on gourmet dining. Of course, it's not the best food in the world, but it's alright. It gets the job done. The quality. Alright, you're gonna get a cheeseburger. It's a cheeseburger. How bad can you fuck up a cheeseburger? You're gonna get fries. They're fries. How bad are you gonna fuck up fries? Go to Chef Jet, orange chicken, pretty good. People just don't understand. It's not like we're spending $50 a meal to get this food. It's really not that bad. The people are nice. The food is all right. It's a clean area. It's not like I'm walking in to a freaking restaurant with rats running all over the floor. Cleaner than most restaurants I've seen. The people I walk into over there always see a friend. The wait times, they're not the best, but they're not the worst. If I gotta say my top 3 favorite spots at gourmet dining, it'd have to be Freshens at number 1, Jersey Mike's at number 2, and at number 3, Grill Nation. But every now and then, I'll go to Pete's Coffee and get myself a nice iced coffee. And I gotta say, I'm a fan of the iced coffee. It doesn't really give me any stomach problems. I don't mind the iced coffee. But gourmet dining as a whole, it's not too bad. That's it. I'm signing off. We're out.
Well, those were certainly some strong feelings on gourmet dining. With all that built-up rage, where can a student go to just let it all out? Perhaps Rowan University's Mixed Martial Arts Club. Let's go to this exclusive interview with a member here at Rowan. Hi, I'm Alex, and today we have Ethan here to find out a little more what he does when he's outside of school. So what is your full name?
My name is Ethan Rodriguez.
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm originally from Monroe Township in Middlesex County.
And what is your major?
My major is supply chain management and logistics.
And then, so what are your hobbies when you're not in class?
I'm not in class. I like to exercise at the gym. I also enjoy martial arts. I've wrestled, I've done kickboxing, and I've done jiu-jitsu. And I also participate in the MMA club here at Rowan.
You said you're part of the Mixed Martial Arts Club on campus, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the Mixed Martial Arts Club is a recreational sports club that is at the Rowan Rec Center, and it happens twice a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, from 6 to 8 o'clock. It's a little newer to the rec center, so it's not as established as some of the other sports, but in recent semesters there's been a bigger and bigger turnout, and I think that's going to change very soon.
So have you been involved since you started here at Rowan?
Yeah.
And then you said like it seems to continually be getting like bigger and...
Yeah, I'd say there's definitely more people coming. I think the people involved with that club are doing a great job expanding it, recruiting new members, things like that.
Oh, wow. And then just for people that don't 100% know what MMA is, can you kind of just give like a brief like summary about...
Yeah, sure. MMA is mixed martial arts. It's a combat sport. It's an individual sport, so it's just you, there's no team. And the goal is to basically inflict as much like damage and harm against your opponent.
What else kind of draw you into like being like, I don't know, like kind of interested or like even like joining like the club at Rowan, like?
Well, before that I played other sports, played soccer, basketball. I didn't really like being on the team. I liked something more where I could just do my own thing, and I think that's how I got into wrestling. And then from wrestling, I started watching the UFC because my friends on the wrestling team, they put me onto it.
And then have you ever like thought about doing it professionally?
No, never. I don't think I could, honestly. It's a hard lifestyle.
Oh, of course.
Getting beat up like that. And the money itself isn't very lucrative, but amateurly, like just for fun, recreationally, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure it also just helps you keep in shape, because how you were saying,
yeah,
like you like to like work out and
it's
like
a
lift.
community thing too. Like you go with friends, you go with people, you make friends with people there.
Wow, so thank you so much for explaining that to me. I would have never known if you didn't explain it all to me. Thank you so much.
Of course, anytime.
Thank you all for watching. So maybe fighting isn't your thing, and that's okay. There is something for everyone to do during their college years. One thing everyone will enjoy, or at least every animal lover will enjoy, is fostering a pet. Let's hear how you can get involved in pet fostering.
So to become a foster caregiver with Homeward Bound, you really just need to have a love for animals and somewhere to keep that animal.
So we usually like to have people come in and walk around and see what suits their needs. Sometimes people want one kitten, sometimes people would want like 5 kittens. They can foster a mom cat with their kittens. It just depends like what their preference is. So they'd talk to Shauna or Emma, and we just ask some basic questions. Sometimes there's paperwork involved, and we just go over everything that needs to be done as far as like what to feed them.
So we can start off with starter supplies. I mean, we expect our fosters, to get some supplies if they need any, but we can definitely start off with like the food that the animal's already feeding on, sometimes litter boxes, medicine, of course. Every animal basically leaves some medicine from us, and just anything we can give to start off with.
They come in, they get a cat, they take it home with them. There's a process that goes on where it's usually not spayed or neutered yet. They hold on to it for a period of time. Sometimes it's a failure, and they end up adopting the animal themselves. That does happen.
Yeah, I think some of the most heartwarming stories are some of our longer stay dogs that go into foster care for, a couple of weeks. Because when those dogs come back, we've learned so much more about them that can really help them find their forever home.
So one of my first bottle baby groups, all of them just recently got adopted, and it made me really happy to see them.
I've probably gone the most 2 months without having a foster kitten or cat in my home. But everything's rewarding.
Wow, I can't wait to go out and foster one of those adorable little puppies or sweet kittens myself. And remember, you're not only getting an opportunity to have a new best friend, but you're also helping out a member of our community and giving these animals a better home, especially during the wintertime. You know it can get cold there. Tonight we explored how students are handling heavy workloads and heard what they have to say about the excessive amount of responsibilities they have. We also heard from Rowan students about the food here at Rowan and social media influencer Eva Maloro opinion on these different food. We explored the world of a college MMA fighter and showed you how you can foster a new furry friend. We hope you enjoyed our show tonight and walked away a little bit more informed, but also more excited about your years here at Rowan. Good night, everyone.